Welcome to your Midday Sports. We begin with cricket. Despite confirmation coming from members of the Cricket West Indies hierarchy that Jamaica has not submitted a bid and 7 countries have done so before the deadline for the T20 World Cup next year, the Ministry of Sports has announced it is still in dialogue with key stakeholders. In a press release late Wednesday evening, Minister Olivia Grange said while the government sees the benefit of hosting T20 World Cup games, it has to match that against the tremendous cost involved. She said it's estimated to cost more than $450 million to bid and host a few games, including infrastructural upgrades to match and practice venues. Minister Grange added that discussions are continuing with the Jamaica Cricket Association, which is in dialogue with Cricket West Indies, other stakeholders and potential partners on the way forward, considering the huge cost involved. It will be the second time that the region will be hosting the T20 World Cup after doing so in 2010, with matches played back then in Guyana, St. Lucia and Barbados. The West Indies also hosted the 2007 50-over World Cup, with Jamaica hosting 7 matches. The West Indies are joint hosts with the United States for next year's T20 World Cup. Now, with the debacle involving monetary constraints rearing its ugly head, JFF General Secretary Dennis Chung says the different steps they take going forward to address the issue will be of vast importance. Speaking at a press conference at the JFF headquarters on Wednesday morning, Chung said they must do something first.
We've been looking at the strategy. We've been fixing the product, because you can't sell a product unless it's fixed. So recently we've been getting in sponsors. The reason why we've been able to get sponsors in is because we've been able to fix the product that's there. We would not have gotten the sponsorship if we did not fix the product.
Chung also elaborated on the breakdown for the amount owed by the JFF, which was mentioned in a governance document.
$7 million that we have relates to penalties and interest coming from as far back as before 2017. When I look at the financial statements, for example, in 2017, the statutory liabilities on the books was $190 million. In real terms, that might be 200 and something, almost $300 million in real terms, right? The next year, 1 year after, the statutory liabilities was $85 million at the end of the year, which means that $105 million was paid off.
Reggae Girls captain and Manchester City forward Khadija Shaw is on the 30-player shortlist for the FIFA Women's Ballon d'Or Award. The 26-year-old Shaw finished second in last season's Women's Super League Golden Boot race, tallying 20 goals and ended the season with a club record 31 goals in all competitions. She is the first Jamaican man or woman ever to be nominated for the prize. Shaw also captained Jamaica's Reggae Girls to a historic round of 16 berth at the FIFA Women's World Cup. The powerfully built striker was also named to the Professional Footballers Association Barclays Women's Super League Team of the Year and was nominated for the PFA Women's Player of the Year award. Finally, an unbroken 69-run fourth-wicket partnership between Jamaicans Jordan Johnson and Stephen Wedderburn rescued the West Indies under-19s from a difficult position on a rain-affected third day in their first youth test against Sri Lanka in Dambulla. The Caribbean side reached 119 for 3 at stumps. That's in reply to Sri Lanka's first innings of 432 for 8 declared, with Johnson 54 and Wedderburn 28 the batters at the crease. Despite only 24.5 overs being bowled on day 3 due to rain, the West Indies under-19s were put on the back foot as they lost 2 wickets for 23 runs. Stefan Pascal, 11, and Joshua Dorn, 6, were the batters dismissed on the third day, joining Jamaican Adrian Weir, who was removed for 15 on day 2. Jordan has so far hit 5 fours and a 6 of 67 deliveries. The West Indies under-19s trail by 313 runs heading into the final day. Vishwa Lahiru has taken 2 for 22 so far for Sri Lanka's under-19s. And that's it for your Midday Sports Report. Anthony, it's back to you.
Thank you very much, Spencer. And that's the Midday News. I'm Anthony Lugg. Join us at 7 for Primetime News. On behalf of the news, sports and production teams, good afternoon.